moo ki déglukat yi ma ne naa dal di sant di leen dal di gërëm tey nag ñu leen fi amal beneen gan ku nga xam ne mooy Sanna Jabang suñu waxee Sanna rek wax neen Serekunda West wax neen tam lu nga xam ne tam maay mooy Mass Sosseh Sanna ma dal di laa sant di la dal di gërëm ma dal di bàyyi nga dal di nuyoo.
jërëjëf thank you very much maa ngi leen a nuyu di leen a sant si seen tur yu rafet seen liggéey rafet na maa ngi ñaan yàlla mu gën leen a jàppale si seen liggéey ba pare balaa maa dem fooda tey dama bugg a send a condolence to the family of one of Gambia's greatest soccer player Alagie Badjan yan na ko yàlla xare aljana yàlla seetal suuf si kawam.
Amin.
maa ngi nuyu di Gambian population suma friends yi suma former teammates ak ñoo xam ne I was playing against them before maa ngi gërëm everybody and then also maa ngi gërëm the Gambia Football Federation thank you very much.
jërëjëf yàlla nangu ñaan yi léegi nii almost 20 years boo dal di bàyyee football wala 15 years yaa ngi koo seetaan yaa ngi see waxtaan wante ne fàttaliku ñu démba kan mooy woon Sanna Jabang si football Gambia si Mass Sosseh ak si national team bi.
Yes, jërëjëf thank you very much. Yeah, back in the days compared to léegi there is a long time but a lot of things have taken place, a lot of changes happen now. Okay, just to give you just a brief summary about Suma career with Mass Sosseh, going all the way to the national team. So Mass Sosseh maa ngi ñëw in Mass Sosseh between 1992 and 1993. So I was recruited by one of my former primary school coach called Alagie Badjan. Moom ma indi woon so at that time Mass Sosseh needed help with their team. Because when I joined Mass Sosseh at that time, I won second round of the league. So my first game, man could play against Walidan. So yeah, Maggie plays my first game against Walidan. Man don't play as a defensive stopper, number 4, with the likes of Stalin Jai, Pa Jeng, and Freedy Ado. So that game, fortunately, we end up winning Walidan. So from that day on set, man musuma lose my place in the Mass Sosseh team. I was the first time, starter, in all our games. Plus, just my indi to direct, see, soon kind of victories in Amon. We have had a couple of titles. In 1994 FA Cup champions, I think, against Walidan. People like Jato Sise, Kantit Mane, within the Walidan team.
By Omar Samba.
So, by Omar Samba, yeah. So, it was a great team. White and Mass was at that time, people like Man Smabopa, Freedy Ado, Pafara Dem Siala. At that time, Musa Bajaha, so those were those people were also part of the Mass Sosseh team. So then you lose on game, but luckily the following year, you play it again with that was in 1995. So we had another FA Cup with Steve Biko. So against Steve Biko, for now that game ended 1-0. Then Steve Biko ended up losing to us. So just in a nutshell, from there again, one more thing, we had a 1996 again FA Cup. Then for you back, on Walidan. This was against Walidan. So we win Walidan. Another ties it in the 1-1. Then we win on a penalty shootout. So Suma, soccer career, in the Gambia National League, in a nutshell, this is how it started.
Didn't tell what Mass Sosseh want to just pair to Mass Sosseh like Nawetan, zonals nga jóge Serekunda West di play Serekunda East wala di play ak ñoom Bakau waa biir Kaama naka la woon zonals meloon tam before nga éega zonals ak nawetaan.
Zonals was, I think it was one of the best tournaments I love, you know, yeah, because Lutama like zonals dafa nekk affaire gox. So if you talk affaire gox la doo waxee Serekunda West, you are talking about the entire Serekunda, you know, West area, doo waxee Serekunda East. So I was, you know, always, you know, willing, you know, more efforts to make sure my sign, you know, when given an opportunity to represent Serekunda West. Serekunda West, you know, we had a couple of games. One for the first time I got selected to play for Serekunda West was in, I think, 1993, 1994. Right time I had the chance to play with great soccer players like Peter Bono Johnson, the late Bono. People like Lembes also. I had the chance, you know, to play with him.
Tamsir Mane.
Yeah, Tamsir, right. Tamsir was also, you know, like playing at Tamsir. You know, Tamsir, wow, mom. Don't forget what bit Tamsir, you know, for now you the whole game.
No. But we jagal because Tamsir, like we have a 7 hours coverage. Wa Depakunda ñep génn ci ñep wax bo mom kañ jégal len la bobu.
Yeah, he was a superstar. He was a great player. Why? So, you know, player na Serekunda West. So Serekunda West, you know, playing against Serekunda East, playing also against Banjul. You know, I remember, just to recap one of my best moments, you know, with the zonal monsoon match against Bakau. We will go play on Serekunda West Sipan. So we played semi-finals with Bakau, and then game B was tied for the first half. Second half, I was the one that scored the winning goal. So we then finals with Banjul. So, you know, it was a great moment, you know, a great time to remember, you know. So still now I have good memories of, you know, some of the, you know, like key players that were part of the team. And then also, you know, Mike always, you know, like thank, you know, some coaches, you know, that were represented because very Gohlawan, and then, you know, everybody was kind of involved. People are happy about, you know, our performance, you know, with Gopi during that time.
Naka la seen final yi melo diggante yéen at Banjul woon final boobu da ngeen ko luusoon at boobu ndax.
Wow, yeah, then lose final boobu. Then lose final boobu. Why? It was a very tough game because I remember first half it was tied. Then on a Silas dining moment, Sila new Banjul win. Why time, you know, even though we have great players, where Banjul also have players like Tutu Jau. I think you know Tutu Jau of Real, right? Brian Jallo. So in that time, you know, we have players like Lamarana, Jallo, Lama, Walidan.
For now, among you Cho Jallo yenda. No, Cho me one is.
Cho was playing for Serekunda East.
East there.
Yeah, Cho was playing for Serekunda East. So yeah, when we did lose game, why it was a very, you know, it was among our best, you know, like matches that Serekunda West played. Yeah.
Naka la woon school team meloon tam school team football naka la woon sa relationship at school team football.
Yeah, school team. Okay, man start to play school team small primary 5. Primary 5. I went to Latikunda Primary School, commonly known as Danso. Danso School. So primary 5 I got selected from the junior team, new to the senior team. So from primary 5 to primary 6, we play on. I remember we played a tournament that was organized by the Ministry of Education. It was called the school tournament. So I'm stadium open on just at the beginning. So I think we open on S. We won it on the first, like school to play at the stadium finals. So then show you win on in the Combo regions, we play with Banjul, Kampamanya for Neko. So I think we played Kampama primary. Manmane on the captain by then, for Latrikuna primary. So I think we trashed Kampama school by 5-1. My first time Taibu Stadium by so Mangwin played that time. I think I was playing midfield, defensive midfield 6.
Like the one doing playing a nyari role, playing a defensive 6, playing a number 5. Young roles nga play apart from you, itam nga play halfback ndax.
Halfback dal for na national team. National team. Why Bobu, it was not. It was just for a short period because we have on more. Madam, sometimes, my play, that role. More time in Yom Ki Jabo.
Why Jabo?
So, Yom Jabo, Yom Mamadi Ture, people like that. So, Plena just, during our like warm up games, Plena sometimes, like fullback. Why if you come to my full-time positions that I played, was either defensive stopper, while I'm a play, as a midfield, stopper, like play the position of midfield 6. So this way, I play now also as a sweeper. So these were like the basic roles that I played most.
Wanga Mass Sosseh, one time that time when I got Mass Sosseh, amuton ben attempt bu nga xamne like Hawks ñu ñew ñu fuga sa bunta Hawks walidan Real de Banjul pour ñu jëm la sign parce que wax nga Musa Bajaha after jigé na Mass Sosseh dem na Real at yeneen players.
Obviously, the Gambia mom, teams will always come for you. I have a lot of teams, Steve Pico, who going to play them. Real nag ñom ñoma gëna toppa because Baba kan hapana xam nga Baba kan
Baba kan America waaw at ñom Jibi Ba at ñom Alagie Bambo.
That's true, yeah. So Baba mom smoke photo la. So Baba, man ci loxom la yaro lati na fofu, So try na nak couple of times, ñëw na suma kër def na lu nekk, pour ma make a transfer to Real de Banjul. Why?
Foog naa jamono boobu la Baba tam sa ñëw la Real locate danso di train danso wala di train LK xam nga tey wala gaa ñu ngi regroupe tam di train biir combo foofu jamono boobu tam just jamono boobu.
Yeah, time boobu la. Time boobu, yeah, maa ngi remember, there is a venue of training, the Dando train at some primary, I think it was a different, like another field around that area. Dan train for. Why, just pour, gâteau wa direct. Real, I definitely was going to give them a shot, but lu xewoon mooy Mass Sosseh dafa nekk team bi nga xam ne I was so committed, and then also time boobu noonu suñ manager bi that Alagie Badjan, he was just behind me. He did a lot of good things for me. So xam nga Gambian football time is not about the money. It's all about loyalty to your team.
Wow, colore.
That's the best word to use. Yeah. So colore gi moom laa bañoon a break. So ma nekk Mass Sosseh for almost about 5 to 6 years. Why not? Real mujjee nañ maa am. Balaa maa génn Gambia. I think this was in 99. So transfer on to Real. So unfortunately, after the Super Cup, good league we were to start, Manchila Gena Gambia. This was in 99. So Gamuje Nagma and why it did not work well because I ended up leaving Gambia.
Bobu jamono Alagie Sila landa? Na Alagie Sar?
Bobu jamono, I think it jamono Alagie Sila lama.
Alagie Sila diga. Diga.
Yeah, time bobu Alagie Sila lama, then send management ñom ki Pamudaw. Dem si yalla Pamudaw. Yeah. So those were the people, like behind their management by the time.
One day, some of your games, you know, I'm going to dal the fatale ko Mass Sosseh sa jamono bobu yaa ngi nekk xale, very energetic, xam nga like hype bi tam bokku leen si because of that bi moo tax tam statut si Mass Sosseh éeg wante naka la ngeen doon dal di player ñoom Real ak ñoom Walidan ak ñoom Hawks jamono boobu.
Wow, yeah, that's, balaa maa dem ci kanam dinaa la wax leen about Mass Sosseh xam nga da nga ne dégg time boobu noonu léegi-léegi gars yi orange team bi by foul, right? Gars yi ne Mass Sosseh team bi by foul la. One thing about Mass Sosseh is dañ bëri ay jéngukat. Am nañ skillful players waaye doo ñëwee in terms of collectivity, team bi yëpp a dee jéngu. So ñun, dañ amoon a principle boo xam ne, big teams like Real, big teams like Hawks, Walidan, ñun dañ daan jox ñooñu hard time. Waaye da ngaa gis ne dañ daan jox ñooñu hard time. Mun nañoo play with, the average teams. Xam nga ñooñu jox ñu problem. Waaye the moment ñu war a am these big teams, everybody, comes together, we played, as a team. But, you make sure that, guide you win or, we might, go with the victory. So just a quick, recap, talking about, those games. I remember one of our matches against Walidan. So a good example, Mass Sosseh, they always try to, fight back. Lastly, from Suma last contract, Suma before, in 1994.
What FA Cup be?
FA Cup be. Hamga Walidan mo ñu win.
Wow.
On that game, Walidan mo win. So we got them to the 1996 Super Cup.
Wow.
So ñu fail. So that's how Mass Sosseh was. So Real also was the same. Lolo Mota Real, so there was a time, Real, I'm not trying to make myself look, that, it's extraordinary or something. Why? One time I was part of the players that gave Real hard time. So that's why Real was always trying to do everything to snatch me away, from Mass Sosseh to join their team, So, these were like teams that, had some hard time, with Mass Sosseh by then.
Sa jamono Mass Sosseh yan players lañ doon player jamono boobu jamono Mass Sosseh.
Yeah, jamono Mass Sosseh, yaa ngi amoon lot of players. You mean like from other teams or suma team?
No, sa team.
Okay, man suma team. Yeah, time boobu maa ngi am people like man play na ak Cho Jallow. Cho was play na moom play na ak ñoom Freedy Ado. Play na ak ñoom Gallo ñoom Selecta. And then play na ak ñoom Modou Bitey. Modou Bitey was in Serekunda West. Play na with big names like Sirif Cisse, Sirifo from Serekunda West. And then, ñoom Tijan Keru from Banjul. ñoom Pa Jeng, ñoom Saliu Njai, the list goes on. Sal also, after Fonamu don't play Flamings. ñoom Sal yëpp, play na ak guy, Mass Sosseh.
Lan nga mën a wax si Bono parce que Bono tam nekk na ku nga xam ne tam génn na àdduna sadly foog naa last year or year before last lan la mën a wax si affaire Bono Johnson.
Bono, yan la yàlla seedal suuf si kawam.
Amiin.
Bono was a mentor, definitely. Man suma game, Bono contributed a lot. Ba pare man suma, selections, Serekunda West, most of the time, Bono is the first person that calls out my name. Who you select ma? He was one time a coach player. And then even national team, junior national team, more coach more than what for. This was in 1994. So playing alongside with him, like double stopping, man playing together. I always, when they instills him on more job, he kind of, always, tells me, that, you have to love the game, number one, no longer love the game, and then you fight hard, to develop support. So he has train them on different capacities, one-on-one as a defender, because he knows the defensive role, which I applied, on the game. So definitely, he has done a lot, and I know he has also, made changes in a lot of other players, within that Serekunda, area.
Like national team, wax nga ne yaa ngi woon si junior national team bi after ñëw nga si senior national team bi, like national team ñu starté ko like senior national team bi kañ da nga am sa cap ak how long da nga play national team tam.
Yeah, so national team bi moom, it's dama dee nekk in and out. Why play now, I can say play now some friendly internationals. 1995, I can remember, I think we played second division team from England called Plymouth Argyle. That selection ball man for one. I don't play, say for Soli at Captain Solfai. It was 3-5-2 formation. And that game ball and Kotai. That was one game I played for now 1997, if I'm not mistaken. I have also played another friendly international with a tennis team that was a second division team from, I think it's a first division team from Denmark. So we played them. I was also played in that game. 96, traveled with the national team to Germany. So we played a couple of teams in Germany. One of the teams that I can remember is FC Fortuna Cologne. This was a team in Cologne that we played against. Playing our game, another game that we played Belgium against FC Bruges. Game bootam, Nyona second half play game. So national team, from 1994, I was there, till like 1998, 99. Why, my last trip with them was Ghana. We did them on Ghana in 96 and them on Ghana in preparation for qualifiers, something like that. So, I was part of the team. We played some local clubs, in Ghana. So I think one of the clubs I remember, these were like top clubs that I also played against was Accra Hearts of Oaks. One of the first division teams in Ghana. So, national team without, that's how, the story went. But, Santa Nayala, because, Unga represents Deka, is a big pride. Man, I was proud of it. And still, wherever I talk, my day, always, thank the officials, that are, that were there giving me the opportunity, for me, to at least, represent our country. So, I'm going to get in Bajaha.
One day, since a football career, young place da nga tasel like tough strikers nga xamne dañ la day jox time like do leen nelaw sa both zonals nawetaan ak si national team bi sa woon xam nga club level yan strikers da nga xam ne ñii daal moom do leen di ñeme na face.
Well, amul ñeme na face waxal ne kañ and somebody I prepare myself extra while I'm in the face. So, why, the thing is, when you are playing with them, you always have to make sure you are on top of your game. So, my name is just, there are a lot of strikers, very good strikers, in Gambia. Why, I'll name a few. Always do my work play against them. But they try to make sure, they one slide train, maybe they train twice. I go to the beach, Fajara Beach, my train, the parent go on, my join at Mass Sosseh. Just to Mamundana content. So somebody like Bayomar Samba. Bayomar Samba of Walidan, Mom, he was the first person I would talk about, because play at Bayomar is good. I'm the Bayomar number one, the Fagao. Number two, the Famuna, he does a lot of movement. So don't like a defender, I'm striker, that they move a lot, Young defenders, we tend to hate that a lot. We like striker boo xam ne they taxaw benn béréb day yëngatu because kooku moom moo stop so Bayomar du ma daan play ak moom Ramadan make sure you know mangi fit preparatam, you know, I try to apply a lot of space marking. Ramadan no ma emak mo because he was faster than me. So Ramadan def moy Ramadan am gap ma digante just in case ma elude rek ma muna, you know, stop, you know, ball we wala ma stop come on. So this was some of the practices I used with him. I succeeded. Mom succeed na sometimes. I'm a couple of times to Maricha. Just another one, you know, key paring jambe.
Paring.
Paring typical. Yeah, paring also was a very, very, you know, like you know, great striker. Paring, do they give up? You know, Gauna, and also, you know, he was a fighter. You know, I don't care, you know, how many times you stop paring, he will always come back. So I remember him for that. Why, you know, it was great playing with those people, you know, because I learned a lot, and then also Hamani, you know, they learned a lot, you know, from, you know, style of play, because Hamani, you know, they always learn a way to penetrate our defense, especially man, you know, Marley. One time I learned a lot, you know, I studied a lot, you know, to come up with a way to manage struggle. So, you know, definitely, you know, these two players were, you know, like really great players that I kind of, you know, like played against.
Wanga by Omar Samba at sparring jamme yan coaches tam ñoo am influence sa life throughout the game yi nga xam ne yaa doon as a footballer yan coaches tam.
Yes, so coaches, you know, but I will just name a few. Key, first one, Alagie Sar.
Alagie Sar.
Yeah, Alagie Sar, Mass Sosseh. Alagie Sar, you know, man bumanyo Mass Sosseh, I was very young, you know, so time of my experience, you know, was not that high. While Alagie Sar has done a lot of work on me, you know, he educated me a lot about the role, and then also jangal nama a lot about the game itself. So, moment, you know, Manko Gidenba, you know, for, you know, the contribution that he did in my life, and then other coaches like Sang Dong. Sang, you know, I played for him, you know, at the national team level. Very level-headed, you know, coach. Moment, you know, I was able to learn a lot, you know, in terms of, you know, like tactics, in terms of team strategy, you know. So he was a, you know, technician, great technician also. You know, you know, there are other coaches, you know, people like Alagie Sila, you know, he was also, you know, like a great coach, you know, under his watch. But, you know, you have other local team coaches, Tami Nevetana, Alagie Badjan. Alagie Badjan, Suma Prodala, also, you know, he was also, you know, like my team manager, you know, during Suma grassroots time playing soccer. And Coach Pa Jeng at Bikama, you know, Demsiala, Bonu Johnson, Bonu Coach Dema, you know. So, Dina am Numa Fatanak, you know, Genjegal Mawai, you know, this for now, you know, this is, you know, these are the people, you know, that I can remember. You know, there are a lot of good coaches out there. You know, Pasware, you know, so just to name a few, yeah.
Wante ñan nga bëgg sant tam throughout sa career bi tam ñi nga xam ne tam like playing a role, playing an influence sa career tam.
Yeah, so kuma njëkk a gërëm mooy suma team manager, suma former team manager, Gabi Sosseh, Alagie Gabi Sosseh. Yeah, because Gabi, Buton Gabi, you know, man si level bu ma nekk tey ma ci doon àgga because alhamdulillah, you know, even though they were play professional level, but I was able to go to college. When I came here in '99 in the US, so defna suma bachelor's degree in information technology, and suma double masters in agribusiness management, and then also masters in business administration. So alhamdulillah, Bumadem school, Gabi fail number school, Pegamagedem St. Augustine's High School. Madan always encourage, Purma focus on my education, also playing soccer.
Doguma la na jamono bo don dem tam ira St. Augustine's wala roots tam time na time pour ñu poach la although yaa ngi jógee Kombo man time boobu tam father of tribe la pour xam nga bu convince la nga play Augustinians wala young Africans wala roots.
No, time for the young Africans roots, I was very young by then, but not even just to tell you, St. Augustine's, I know like then that one, it was top St. Augustine's players in the stuff, Why man, it was not on the league level, but it was on the school level. If you don't mind, I can just talk about it. So Mangi won Gambia High level. So Gambia High met them all the way from 3. Then man don't play Gambia intermediates, he plays seniors. Man manyom ki like Musa Mane. I think you had an intermediate.
Yeah, Musa wow.
Yeah. Time manyom Musa Mane Gambia High School team. So I think there was a game we had against St. Augustine's. Time St. Augustine's young Pa Sise. Young Sirif Sise, very strong team. So Gambia High School wins St. Augustine's. Sabali, Mr. Sabali, for now, Sabali, St. Augustine's. Mama approach, Mama approach, I forgot to move to St. Augustine's. Well, I haven't got time to sports was very, great, St. Augustine's. So I'm direct, Mabuga make a part of that, atmosphere, decide by Gambia High School, then to St. Augustine's. So St. Augustine's, man, for move, Dore for Form 4, Esma Form 5. So I there for 2 years. But this was how I came to St. Augustine's, but not through Fallaboweh.
Well, mga continue si Darby Gabi Sosseh yang ko don dali delon jukal.
Yeah, probably Gabi I will always Puma Toglo Lade he did a lot, he has a lot of impact in my life, so I'm getting so Taisi State Money, he has done a lot for the advisement, time with modern school within the players, Kapmaran, encouraged a lot with my education. He has done a lot for Mass Sosseh itself and then various players, within, like Mass Sosseh. Because Ngum Kenarexa, them that Alagie Badjan, they have done a lot, of contribution in Gambian soccer. Santa Jabang, Momit Jalla Koyala, Are Adjana, Sedal Subsikam. People like Alhaji Hussein Jai, that definitely Yala more than afraid because Gambian soccer, they had invested, everything, for the love of the game. So we all passed. We had one time, pass, through this. So Mangina get him yeah.
Well, I'm not long I'm not lo buga yoka tam lu nga xamne dang ko miss out wala ma miss out ko.
Yes. So, just Puma, Nuyu Suma, just if you don't mind, ma son, just a little Suma former players, Manglena Nuyu, Mass Sosseh, players from Real de Banjul, players from Walidan, players from Ox, St. Martin, you can name them, Flemings, when we were a family, play. So I don't know about this, current, youths or generation, that are playing. I don't know, but when we play, we really play for the love of the game. Jital and Halis, game bill and Jital. Halis comes, next, because once you are successful, in the game, then, you can get to wherever you want to go. So Manglena Irem, was nice, playing in the league with all those people. The Mass Sosseh Suma players, Freedy, really was very, very, like helpful, during Mass Sosseh days. I don't.
Waaw mën nga yëkkati sa baat bi tuuti mën nga mën naa lu waaw mën naa dégg waaw.
Yeah, so maa ngi gërëm, suma, like former teammates, former soccer mates, everybody, that I played with. Pare, maa ngi bugg a joxe some kàddu bu ndaw rek si current Gambian, like soccer players, xal ndaw ñu fa nekk.
Ndaw waaw ñu laa déglu.
Yeah, so, ñun suñ time, ñu bu ñoo play, we play more for the love of the game. I'm not a generation where things have changed. Ñëpp a ngi bugg a, play professional. Ñu bari ngi bugg a dem play pro, which is really great. But one advice to them is, dañu war a fayda seen game bi. You make a focus on themselves, more before ñuy doon di xalaat fi xaalis. Because Gambia foofu noonu, it's not going to make you rich. What you do is, ñun suñ time, man dama daan train ay ñaari yoon si day. Loolu lu ko waral mooy, jom bi and then the love of the game. So once they focus on that, lu si tegu after dina ñëw. Ba pare, the Football Federation, ma ngi leen na ñaan ñoom it, ñu gën a open, gën a yaatu si football bi, ñu gën a decentralize the game. Because man lu ma observe mooy, doo waxee soccer in Gambia, yaa ngi wax combo areas. Ñu ngi am, yeneen dëkka si dex gi foofu noonu. You might have some very talented players, so then you want to try, you reach out, to those places also, try to empower those people, because ñun bu ñoo play ñu ngi amoon some players yi nga xam ne, ñu ngi jógee passé, am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi jógee, like boori, like Farafenni. They came and play in the league. So Football Federation, they should look into that. In terms of contracts for these players, because man don't follow same program, there was I forgot the name, couldn't explain me, he got a chance to play, he got a chance to play for a club, but one team and the negotiation that they have with those clubs did not work well because of financial issues. So clubs in Manglena Nyantam, if some of their players have these chances, to go, play for international clubs outside, when look into the money that high, because everything that I'm beginning, then try a good negotiation to boys opportunity to go and play. So once they perform or you sign, that's where the big picture comes. So these are like advice you need. I think these were like some of the things that I kind of want to throw out there. But one final thing, swing local coaches, you make a fufu send licensing, then you want to try to develop more of our homegrown coaches. Put more coaching license. So look from the party medicine league with Trump. Individual players, coach a team like that, because a coach with a license, there is always a difference, with a coach that just comes without a license. So I think there are a lot of talented, players there that can be used as coaches, like Jolen that opportunity. Whether Gambia try activity. So I'm appealing to the Gambia Football Federation. Thank you very much.
Jërëjëf bu baax jërëjëf